for any new mother, it's like, how am I going to make all this work? May is when I committed to working with Jucebox. I don't know exactly, but I do know the last 60 days, we've issued about 1.3 million in annuities.
Megan, thank you so much for being here. So excited. We're meeting in person for the very first time, and longtime Juicebox client. We're just really excited to dig into this. Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Let's go back to the moment. I know it's been years that you guys have been here. And so can you tell me, before you kind of joined Juicebox, what was the big problem in the business that you were trying to solve?
So it was like May of 2022 is when I officially joined. And the biggest problem I was running into at the time was I was pregnant. And I had been running my business face-to-face in person with customers, clients for, at that point, 6 going on 7 years. I knew I needed to transition the process of my business and the way that I was conducting business with my clients.
Because of baby on the way.
Because of baby on the way, yeah. And for any new mother, it's like, how am I going to make all this work? And I love what I do, and I still wanted to sell. I still wanted to have the interaction with clients. I wasn't like wanting to give that up completely to just be a mother 100% of the time and not work. So I needed to figure out a way that I was going to do it. And selling virtually was the
How
way.
long were you thinking about that for before you kind of found Juicebox? Was it months or years? Or
Well, it was 2022, right? So like 2020, everybody kind of transitioned into learning how to sell virtually. And so we had adopted some of those techniques and learning how to sell virtually, but we weren't selling high ticket products at that. So I had been
you were doing final expense and mortgage protection and small IULs. Got it.
Yeah. Was working like virtual, like term leads or mortgage protection leads or final expense internet leads, all those things, plus working our current book of business like we always have, and getting referrals and selling virtually in that manner, but not getting IUL leads or annuity leads and being able to sell virtually.
Really two problems. You were trying to move into the virtual world in the advanced markets. Is really
because I needed, to my mind, I was thinking, how can I buy more of my time back so that I can spend more time with my kids?
So you're on this journey and you're trying to solve the virtual thing and moving into advanced markets in the virtual. Did you try other things in that period of time that maybe didn't work out as you were trying to figure this out?
I would say Jonathan and I have always been open to trying things, and we've tried a lot of different leads. But we were always careful about making sure that if we were going to try it, we were going to give it our all, and we were going to give it time for it to work. Because what we've learned is that you can't just buy a batch of leads and expect to be up there the next week or the next month or the next 2 months. You've got to invest enough with your money, but you also have to invest enough with your time for it to all work itself out. And so we've tried a lot of things, but in that specific time, I wasn't trying a lot of new virtual selling. I wasn't going and trying everything that I was seeing on the internet. I was trying to find a place that I could trust, get support, get good leads, and learn how to do this thing before baby got here. And so I was due in December of that year, and May is when I committed to working with Juicebox.
Do you remember what you saw as that first moment of the first kind of recollection of seeing Juicebox? Do you remember what that moment was?
I had seen, you know how the algorithm works. I had started looking at some YouTube videos, and then more and more kept kind of popping up on my feed. And I was interested in what people were saying about Juicebox. Just the people I was seeing was inviting. It was enticing. I just kept looking at that. There wasn't anything in particular. I was just attracted to the genuineness that I could feel from the people that were talking.
Do you remember some of the skepticism that came out? Because, of course, this industry is full of big promises. What were some of those things that you thought of when you thought of Juicebox?
I thought maybe it could be too good to be true. But also, I believe that this business works, and I know that there was other people doing it. I just needed to find the right people to help me do it, and I needed to be willing to invest money and time. And so that I felt like that was what I was looking for, but that was the biggest thing that I saw from what I was seeing.
So what made you do it anyway with that kind of skepticism?
Well, I guess the biggest thing I was concerned about was I was nervous to make the investment on the front end, because with Juicebox, it was a bigger investment on the front end than it was with some of the other lead vendors that were just going to sell me leads, right? And so that part I wasn't skeptical because I knew that if I followed a process and a system and committed, that I would be able to make something from it. So I wasn't skeptical in that way, but I was really nervous to make the investment.
Was it a conversation between you and Jonathan? For those that don't know, your husband, and
Yeah.
you're in the business together. Like, how did you get over that kind of initial maybe sticker shock or upfront investment?
Jonathan has always been very supportive, but he was just like, go for it. What do you have to lose? Like, you're going to be fine. You're going to.
Do you know why he believed? He believed in you, of course.
Yeah, well, he just is a very convicted man, and he was strongly convicted that we were going to make it work, and he also believed in the system too. He had been in on the calls with me, learned.
Did it feel different to you than other things that you'd seen?
We've had other conversations with other vendors, and it just feels like we're being sold something, and we did not feel that way at all. We knew we were being sold something, but it had a lot of value on the other end of it, and we were given all the information that we needed to and the space to make the decision that was going to be best for us at the end of the day.
So you're moving into this virtual world and you want to go advanced markets. You'd been doing some of that in the face-to-face, but you wanted to be doing it virtually.
Yeah.
Can you just give us a bit of a reference point for like what kind of annuity and IUL business had you done prior to coming to Juicebox?
I would say our business was primarily mortgage protection, term life insurance, and final expense. And we would sell IULs or annuities to our clients that was right for when we were sitting in front of them. So we sold some, but not a ton. I definitely sold more IULs than I did annuities before I came here. But I don't know how to quantify it on the life side because I'd have to go back and look. But with the annuities side, we probably sold about total and we've been in the business for close to 9 years at this point. But at that time, we'd been in 6-7 years, and we'd probably sold a total of about $800,000 in annuities.
Where are we at now, like year to date, for example? Just
year to date, I don't know exactly, but I do know the last 60 days, we've issued about 1.3 million in annuities just in the last 60 days. So, and we've got quite a few on coming up as well.
What's kind of led to that? Of course, there's so many different things that Juicebox does for agents, of course, right? Like leads and sales system and coaching and accountability and et cetera.
Yeah.
What do you feel like has been maybe the most important thing or things that have led to you
doing that?
Yeah.
The training and support. I mean, the tools are great, but I think more than anything, it's learning, it's being on the calls consistently. It's learning from other people in the community. It's learning from Jim. It's learning from Mike, the word tracks, or just being on the calls to get more confident in the products, the product knowledge. And that stuff doesn't happen overnight as much as we wish it would, or as much as we wish a tool would just fix the silver bullet. Yeah. And the tool is great, but the tool is not selling.
It's a leverage.
It's just the leverage. It just helps show them a piece of the puzzle. But really the biggest thing is the confidence that you have to be able to present it in a way that's compelling enough for somebody to move. Right?
You set out with this intention of going virtual to get that time back with kids and family. Do you feel like the business has succeeded, it sounds like, because of Juicebox and the leverage and the tools and the support and the things that you mentioned? But how has that impacted the family life? Have you been able to have that, the best of both worlds, the business and the family life like you set out for?
Yes. I mean, everything worth it is hard, right? So like we've worked really hard, and there are some days where I'll put the kids to bed and I still have a few evening meetings, right? Like, but I do get to spend more time with our kids, and we've made it intentional for me to be able to stay home for the first 6 months with each kid before getting help, whether that was daycare or just somebody to help us with the children. Look, we're all human. You just have to make it work. It's a temporary period of time, and I don't want to miss out on that with my kids, but I also don't want to miss out on what I enjoy doing in my career. So
when you look back on this change, I'm so curious about this, focusing mostly on the mortgage protection and term and final expense side of life insurance. Do you look back and think that that was the right decision moving into the...
It's always what I've wanted to lean towards. I have a background, my degree is in finance. I always wanted to be in that world anyway. So it's just been a natural progression. It was a really good thing for me to come into the business like I did, though. I learned so much, and I think that it was all in good
The building
timing.
blocks in many ways for the success that you found during advanced
100%.
market.
I don't think I would be, I know I wouldn't be as knowledgeable in helping clients the way that I feel like I'm able to now without having done what I already did. So if I just had come in, it would have been different for me. Some people can come in and come straight to this side. And when I first got into this industry, I was fresh out of college. And I don't think I had the confidence yet to be able to go in and sell or to help somebody, with a $500,000 annuity. It's intimidating to move somebody's retirement money. But when you have the confidence and the support, it makes you more confident and competent and capable.
So what do you say on the other side of the lens, the person who's watching, maybe they're in your shoes where you're on YouTube and you're searching around and you're seeing this Juicebox thing and there's no I in the name and it seems a bit weird. What do you think? Like, what do you say to that person on the other side of the lens?
I would just tell them to go for it. I would just say if you've been looking at selling virtually, there's no better support and training that you can get from the standpoint of being able to sell high ticket items virtually. I mean, you guys have figured it out and have created a system and a process where somebody can come in and just plug in and figure it out. You do have to stay consistent. You do have to stay coachable, and you do have to keep the activity up. But like you said, there's no silver bullet, but there is support and there is a team to help you figure it out. So I would just say go for it. I was really nervous. I think that if you're not nervous,
It doesn't mean too much.
it doesn't mean that much. I think that if you are nervous, it's a good thing. Believe in yourself and have the commitment to help clients. And I think that it'll all work out.
Megan,
Hopefully that helps.
thank you for your time today, for this long relationship that we've had in so many, many more years ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so wonderful. If you want to implement the exact strategy that Megan used and implement it into your business, click the link in description, book a call with our team to see if we can help you and show you how this strategy can work for you.